Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor channel. Today I'm going to go through a dividend tracker that I use for my portfolio and how I keep on top of my trading 2-on-2 portfolio closely, and I can actually track to see how all the companies I own are getting along, any news that comes out, and also mainly just to track the actual dividend growth and how much dividend income I'm receiving month to month, and if there's any pay rises, pay cuts, it all adjusts itself in here, so it's really easy to see. If you also have a dividend portfolio, you may want to consider actually opening up an account with Snowball Analytics. So that's the name of it. It is called Snowball Analytics. I found it because basically when I first started my dividend journey, I wanted to have an app that I could actually follow all of my stocks on and accurately see how much money they were bringing in every year, and just something that made it a lot easier for me to see, and something where I don't have to do too much work with it. So a reason I like this one, because you don't have to link it to any account, so you don't have to, I haven't had to actually link my trading 2-on-2 account into here and use the passwords and stuff, so there's no data protection being broken there. All you have to do is click this little add button here and press import a spreadsheet, and then what you do is on trading 2-on-2 or whichever trading app you use, you would just press the export button on there and export your recent transactions, and then you can import them into your spreadsheet on here, and that saves you having to manually put them all in yourself as well, so it's as accurate as possible. So this is literally pretty much to the penny accurate on what my actual portfolio is doing right now, so that's really nice to see. So I'm just going to go through it with you today and show you all the different options on here. Just want to say it's not a sponsored video, nothing like that. I'm just showing you because I just find it such a good app, and something that if you do have a dividend portfolio is massively beneficial. And I do find it is really important to keep on top of your dividend portfolio. You know, you should really be keeping track of every single stock you've got and what they're paying you per year and how the stock is getting along, rather than just sort of buying stocks and not really knowing how much you're going to be getting month to month. This means you can track it a lot closer, and it makes the job a hell of a lot easier. So you can see my overall portfolio value is 11,500. I've invested 11,000, a little bit of that being a cash position though, so that's to take into consideration, but it will also show you that on here. Profit up around about £500. You can see here it has a breakdown of the portfolio, so funds being my main asset in here, which is funds basically ETFs, and then you can see consumer staples are the next biggest, and then we've got a cash position of just over 1,000, and then you can see real estate's sort of quite a big position right now, followed by healthcare, utilities, and then technology. So you can see the sort of breakdown between them all there. And if you were to click on one of them here, it'll then actually further break it down for you into what percentage of each position you have. So you can see that on there, and you can also see the gain I've made in each of them and the allocation that I have. So if I come out of there and was to click on consumer staples, again, you can see the different allocations between all the different stocks and what they are all gaining or losing at the minute. So that is a nice little feature just on the dashboard. And if you scroll down from here, you can see the top gainers for the day and top losers for the day. So you can see what's up and what's down. You can also click see all if you want to see a full list of them and go in a bit more detail. You've then got recent and upcoming events. So you can see next earnings reports coming out. You can see dividend payouts. You can see ex-dividend dates. And that's all kept track of here. And if you were to click see all, you can actually see it on a little calendar for yourself there, so you can see what's coming up and what is going to be declared. And then see dividends received so far, so I can see I've just received over £50. Like I said, I started back in August, so my first payment's coming through in September, and you can see that slight gradual growth that I'm starting to have and that snowball effect taking place. And then you can see the future payments and what it's likely to come through if I was to not invest any more money right now. So you can see declared and estimated are on here, and you can see that for every single month. So you can see which months are going to be slightly better months for myself, and then which months are slightly lower months. But like you say, it averages itself out, and I'm not going to just invest in companies for the sake of it because I want to bring up, say, July's payments. I'm just going to be investing in the companies which I believe are the best value at this moment in time. Scroll further down, you can see dividend growth. So you can see the dividend growth that you've had. Obviously, I've not got anything to compare with yet because I've only just started. If I come up to the top, then I'll move across onto analytics, and this is a really nice tab on here because The first one shows you all your positions, so you can go through your holdings. If you want to look at the share of portfolio, see what's a top position, see what's your bottom position, you can click on that there. You can put it in order of dividend growth if you wanted, so you can see the dividend growth on certain stocks. That's a 5-year growth, or you can see the lower ending ones. You can do your dividend yield, the same sort of thing. You can do it for all of them, which really putting your stocks into charts for you, so it's a lot easier for you to see. Again, this is just going through the holdings, and this is just showing the PE ratios and the EPS and then the payouts on there as well. And you can see sort of the market caps as well, so you can see some of the higher market cap positions that I've got, and then you could also see some of the lower ones down here. So it'll go through all of those. Then on the dividend tab, it's got ratings, so they actually rate dividends based on a few factors in here, so you can see how safe they think their dividend is. And then also a really nice feature on here is you can put in the tax, so that I know that all of my American stocks are taxed 15%. So I've put that in across all the American stocks, which is really nice because it just means that when it is working out your dividends coming through, they're going to be as accurate as possible and actually reflecting what you're receiving, rather than not including the tax and then it's actually 15% higher than what you should be getting. And you can click on any stock you want as well, so I'll show you this. So if you were to click on, for example, Starbucks, then it'll go into further detail on Starbucks itself, so you can see the payout ratios, the dividend growth rate over the last 5 years, you can see the dividend rating, all the stats that you're after are all on the side here. You can see a graph of the price history recently. You can also see the buy, so you can see where I've bought in at Starbucks here. So you can see all those little circles are my buy positions. So you can see I quite like this sort of $90, $92, $93 mark. That's where I'm very, very happy to continue adding to Starbucks. And then if you scroll down even further, you can see your own position within Starbucks. So as you can see here, I've got 4.33 shares, and you can see the total profit that I've made on the position as it stands right now. But another nice feature, again, like I said earlier, you can see the fees paid, which is really, really nice. So it'll bring this into account for every single stock. So if you would actually sell out a position, you might be in profit, or you might think that you're in profit, but actually you've paid fees buying and selling that stock. So that'll take into consideration here as well, which is just really nice because it just makes it as accurate as possible. So yeah, you can click through on any stock you like. If I move across on a portfolio on here again, that was like earlier, you can see the breakdown here on each of them. And then you've got your holdings, so you can go through all of those. You've got the dividend calendar. So if you look at the dividend calendar, you can actually see when each payment's coming through. So you can see the dates and how much you're expected to bring in on those dates. So yeah, it's just got absolutely everything for a dividend investor. It's just, I can't complain about any part of it. I think it's one of the best apps out there to use if you are wanting to track your dividends and your progress. You can see there, so yeah, I'm just shy of that £1 a day for my daily dividend income, which will be a really nice number to hit once I get there, which I should get there in the next week or two. I just think it's a really good app, and one that I strongly recommend that you use. You can get on your mobile device as well, so it's not actually on the App Store, but I just downloaded the app on the internet on my mobile device and then actually created an app from that. So I have this as an app on my phone as well as on the laptop here, so it means I can look at it when I'm out and about. So the final thing I'm going to show you is on here you can search for any sort of ticker you like. So for example, if I was to search for one that was, say, not part of my portfolio right now, so if I was to look at Nvidia, we can click through onto it and it'll bring up the stats, all the stats for that as well. So you can see that it not only tracks your own portfolio and your stocks, but it'll actually track every single stock on the market, and you can have a look through and assess if there's any stocks that you might want to bring in to your portfolio. You can look through the dividend history and it'll show you the dividend rating, and it'll show you when dividends are declared and when they're being paid. So yeah, I just feel like it's got everything that you need as a dividend investor, and it's just a really, really good app to use. So if you do want to use the app, then like I say, it's called Snowball Analytics. Get yourself on, have a little look at it, and let me know what you think. So thanks for watching. This is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.